Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. So we saw through the episode of Krishna Kishore, and we learn from this main thing is the tremendous faith that we must have in God, that God comes to us because of our faith, and we have to go step by step to the ultimate. Whatever be the state of our existence, whatever be the amount of sadhana we have done, and every step must be realistic, clear, specific, with right understanding. What we need to understand is the thing, as long as we are bodies, there are three ultimate realities. After we transcend body, there is one reality, the absolute existence, Nirguna Nirakara, the formless, attributeless existence. When we are transcended the body, as long as we are bodies, we are conscious of the bodies, then we have three ultimate realities. I am there, Jiva, Jagat, universe is there, and the beyond is there. I don't know what is that beyond, which is controlling the whole universe. So there are three entities, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. There is the individual soul, there is the cosmic existence, and there is a power and existence which is beyond, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. So these three entities, what it means, we must clearly understand. What is the authority to understand? We have only scriptures and experiences of the people who have realized, Buddha, Thakur, all these people who have realized God, their wordings, the saints' wordings, and then the scriptures. From scriptures we will know, and then our own intuitive power we have to awaken. Intuitive power, Dhi, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, Gayatri Mantra, awaken my spiritual consciousness. We are accustomed to the physical consciousness. Nature has given us only, we are aware of the world, my own existence, I have so many needs and demands, I go on fulfilling. This is my world. So I want a buddhi, intellect, that can penetrate into nature, that can penetrate into every object and see what is pervading it. How does it exist? God pervades this entire existence and gives existence to it. If God is not there, no existence at all. So what exists because of God. God pervading it, it exists. The universal consciousness. So we must know what is beyond, what is this universe, and what am I. Clear understanding, every bit of understanding from scriptures and people who have known it, who have seen it, who have experienced it. From them we must get. That is the place of satsanga, the holy company. Holy company is that which can give us the first-hand information of the reality. So to know myself, what are the layers that, who am I? The main thing we have to understand myself is the three states we are passing through, Jagrata, Swapna, Sushupti. So it is the proof that the universe consists of three layers. Everybody is going. Everybody is going into waking, dreaming and deep sleep. So there is gross world, there is subtle world. When we are in waking state, we are part of this physical world. When we are in dream, we are part of the subtle world. And there is causal world. We are part of the causal world when we are in deep sleep. Beyond that, we are one with the cosmic consciousness, the Lord of the universe. So this is how we analyze. We analyze the universe, we analyze from our own existence, our own experience. What do you experience? And other things we see is when a person is living, slowly he is moving, advancing in age, body is becoming weak, and that person is dying and going away. What is death? Till now he was moving about, everything was going on, and he disappeared. What is the difference between sleep and death? What does death mean? Does everything get extinguished or something remains after death other than the body? So here comes the karma theory, karmic load. How the karmas go on accumulating. We take birth to exhaust the past karmas, and we do the karmas go on taking us forward. We do little more karma because of the past karma. I have to exhaust the past karma. So past karma gives me life. The past karmas is going to give fruit in different times. So till they are exhausted, I must keep my life alive. Nature keeps me alive. And during that period, he will do again karma, new karmas. And again the future. It goes on continuing endlessly. To exhaust karma, we take birth. And then, because we have taken birth and living, we do again karma. The karmic cycle goes on and on and on, till you know that you are not body. You are the self. With the self-knowledge, the karmic load ends. All the three. You will not be touched by the prarabdha, agami and sanchita. Sanchita, what is remaining, this now I have taken this body, I get enlightenment, afterwards my karma do not bind me because ego goes away. With the self-knowledge, I am not this body, I am the Atman. The self-knowledge makes you dissociate from the body, and you are living in the body. You were living, but you are identifying with the body. This identification with the body goes. When the identification with body goes, the ego dissolves. Self-knowledge says you are not this body. So, who am I? I know. So I know I am not the ego which was persisting in me because of this body. The ego dissolves. Once the ego dissolves, karma, what I do, what my body does after that, do not, because ego is not there. It comes back, but it doesn't find anybody there. He is not there. Karma comes back. Just like a letter, unaddressed letter, if you post, it will go to dead letter office. It is called dead letter office. They will not find whom to give. Address is not there. My dear Venkatesh is there, that's all. Millions of Venkateshs are there in the world. So it goes without. Like that, karma come, but the person is not there. And what happens to the other karmas, pending karma, which were not causes of this body? The causes of this body was prarabdha. The other karmas which were not the causes of my body, which is sanchita, the sanchita also becomes ineffective to give the fruit. It cannot give me sukha dukkha now. It is like a burnt seed. Burnt seed do not germinate. Like that, all the past karmas that were causes of the body will continue. Those were not the causes of body, the karmas that were not causes of body, will become ineffective to give me sukha dukkha. So it will be like burnt seed, it cannot germinate. My sanchita, so much of karma which is pending, all will become invalid. It will go away. It will dissolve in the nature. Then the cause of this body, I have taken this birth, and the cause of this body continues to remain, because it is like an arrow that has left the bow. Other arrows which were kept will fall away. The arrow which is on the bow also can be kept away, but which has already left will start working. The prarabdha will work. The prarabdha karma will continue to work, but it will not affect the person. He is totally separate from the body, and body is getting sukha dukkha, and he is in such an exalted state of consciousness. He is filled with joy. He is filled with raptures of self-knowledge. He is in ecstasy of self-knowledge. So, in that state of bliss, ananda, he is in the ananda sagara. He is in the bliss, ocean of bliss. Then little pain of the body, where is the thing? It goes, the pain and pleasure of the body goes unnoticed. The person who is in with self-knowledge, enlightened, he will not, it is so tiny thing which doesn't notice it. The pain and comforts, there won't be sukha, joys and enjoyments won't be there, but comforts will be there. Bodily, my life is comfortable. There is no pain. The absence of pain is comfort for a realized soul. And this bodily pain also, it is like he is ocean of bliss. In that one small cup of pain is going. It doesn't matter. It goes away without noticing. So he will not know at all that body is suffering. Even if he notices there is pain, it doesn't affect him. It is like all other bodies for him. This is also one of the body. Everybody's sukha dukkha he experiences, so also he experiences the sukha dukkha of his own body. He just sees and understands, doesn't get affected by it. So this is the state of a realized soul, an enlightened soul, that karma do not bind, and he enters into the life eternal. Now he has transcended with the self-knowledge, he transcends the nature. He goes beyond the prakriti, nature. After transcending nature, he has total freedom from nature. Even when he remains in the nature as Jivan Mukta, enlightened soul, the prarabdha is continuing with the body, bodily existence is continuing. He is contacting so many people, giving light to so many people. Many are following his. And he has now Buddha. He can show the path to millions to get released. But he cannot, even a realized soul who has seen God, who has talked to God, who has lived with God also, cannot remove the karmas of others. He cannot destroy the vasanas. He can show the path. He can help in every way. but he cannot give realization. Realization you have to strive and attain. He will give you the path, he will give you the map, he will give you money to go also, but going has to be done by you. That has to be done. That is the one thing, the difference after realizing God. The one thing what happens is, he is one with God, but he doesn't get the powers of God. He cannot give realization to other release. He doesn't get the powers of God. He becomes one with the God. Now, a glass of water is there, and it has been brought from the ocean. This is ocean water only. There is no difference between water in the glass and water in the ocean. They are same water. Put in the tongue and see, it is same salt water. You have brought from the ocean. There is no difference. Between as water, there is no difference. But glass of water and ocean of water, they are not equal in magnitude, in dimension. Ocean is ocean, glass of water is water. You cannot swim in this. So, it is not equal. But what happens is, as water, when you go and put that water back into the ocean, it becomes one with the ocean. It will not have separate existence. Like a river entering into ocean, till it reaches the ocean, it is river. Once it enters into the ocean, it is Nama Rupe Vihaya. It gives up its name and it gives up its form and becomes one with the ocean. So individual soul, when it becomes one with the cosmic soul or the beyond, with the absolute, he loses his individual identity. He totally becomes one with the absolute. His identity falls off. He is that from where all beings and the whole universe comes. So this is what happens to a realized soul. After the enlightenment, he continues to live, his body continues to live, nature keeps him, but he is totally free. Nature cannot give him birth and death. It cannot give him sukha dukkha, pain or pleasure. Nature cannot give. He can select. He is exempted from all the laws of nature. He is free. Mukta. Freedom is the main thing. Freedom is the thing that is assured. You are totally free from nature, exempted from all laws of nature. And you will be crossing the Karma Chakra. There are 3 chakras that a realized soul has to, full realization needs you to cross over 3 cycles. One is Karma Chakra, the wheel of karma. That is, whatever you do, you will not get the fruit back. You kill a person also, it will not bind you. You serve a person also, it will not bind you. You are free from the karmic cycle. This is your coming out of Karma Chakra. This happens with the self-knowledge. Then you come out of the Niyama Chakra. The laws of nature do not apply to you. Now, this book is there in my hand. I cannot make a dog out of this. Why? Because for making dog, whatever is necessary is not there in the book. That is the law. Whatever is the cause will become the effect. With clay, I can make a pot. But with a clay, I cannot make a horse. Because cause and law of cause and effect is there of nature. Whatever is there in the cause only can become the effect. So this law doesn't apply. I can take clay and make a horse. I can take this book and make a dog out of this. Anything can be. Law of nature doesn't apply. This is second wheel of nature that he overcomes. One is Karma Chakra, the second one is Niyama Chakra, the laws of nature. Laws of nature do not apply to you. There is third chakra, Kala Chakra. The Kala Chakra is the wheel of time. Time. The past, present and future. I am going beyond the past, present and future into the realm of the absolute where there is no time. I am going beyond. As long as I am within the Prakriti, within this universe, I am bound by the Kala, time. I go beyond the Kala Chakra when I realize God in His impersonal aspect. God personal aspect, God impersonal aspect. Realizing God in the personal aspect, I overcome the Niyama Chakra also, Karma Chakra and Niyama Chakra. But realizing the absolute existence, the Nirguna Nirakara, beyond, from where the universe appears, realizing that eternal, unchanging, infinite existence, the ocean of Satchidananda, the bliss, peace, love, absolute, the existence, consciousness, bliss, absolute, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is existence, Chit is consciousness, Ananda is bliss, and the absolute. Absolute existence, absolute consciousness, absolute bliss. So bliss, bliss, existence, consciousness, bliss, absolute. When we take into consideration with respect to universe, it is bliss, peace, love, absolute. It is bliss absolute, peace absolute, love absolute. Bliss, peace, love absolute. When we in comparison with our individual level, we get that absolute. So this is what we see. This knowledge of the absolute, knowledge of the relative existence, knowledge of the individual existence, individual, cosmic, and the beyond. When you know this clearly, then your sadhana, everything is dependent. Whatever you do, all rituals, all pujas, all types of sadhanas, spiritual practices, everything is dependent. How to go from this relative existence to the beyond. How to go beyond is the only thing that is being discussed. That is the thing. So we have to transcend the nature and go beyond. We have to go beyond the nature. So going beyond the nature to reach the eternal is the sadhana, spiritual practice. In that, what we do is slowly, step by step, there are various paths. Through love of God, we have 3 channels to go. One is vak, speech, we hold on to the mantra. Another is heart, through love we can reach. One is intellect, jnana. Jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, and karma yoga comes in this is japa. Japa yoga. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am japa. Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. I am the japa yajna. For all the sacrifices, I am the sacrifice of repetition. What am I sacrificing? See, the simple thing, there are 4 yogas. Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Kriya Yoga, what is it? Raja Yoga and Karma Yoga. Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga and Karma Yoga. These 4. Through this, what we have to do is destroy our little self. We have to destroy the self. And in Bhakti Yoga, the self is destroyed by self-surrender. Self-surrender. I surrender the self to God. Self-surrender. In Jnana Yoga, through self-knowledge. The self has to be destroyed. Through self-knowledge we destroy. And in Karma Yoga, through self-sacrifice. I sacrifice for others. Self-sacrifice. The self is destroyed. And in Raja Yoga, through self-control. We transcend the self through self-control. Through self-knowledge, Jnana Yoga, through self-surrender, Bhakti Yoga, through self-sacrifice, Karma Yoga, through self-control, Raja Yoga. This self is to be destroyed. How will you destroy this? It is. How do you decide what path you have to go? Is decided by your nature. Some are powerful in intellect. They will go by Jnana Yoga. Some they don't worry about reasoning and all. They have love. They try to love everything and everyone. And what they conceive as God also, they love. Through love of God, they transcend. That we will you have tremendous self-control. Once you decide, you will never, like sitting in the meditation. Once you decide, I will not drowse at any rate the rest of life. You will not do. I will not miss my morning prayer, 5 o'clock being there. One decision. The rest of the life you will never miss. Whatever decision he takes, I will not touch it, he will never touch. That is the self-control. So for them, Raj Yoga is very easy. Similarly, goes on working for others. The self is completely erased. Whenever he gets services of others here, there, he doesn't care who is asking for what is this one. He goes on wearing out his body and mind. Anybody asking, he becomes so humble that anybody's, even a mad person gives some orders, he will say, yes sir, and do. No ego. He has given himself to the world, he has given himself to God. So in service of God and world, he sacrifices his life. So for them, Karma Yoga is the path. Are you ready? What are you worth? In what path you can go? Intellectually powerful, loving you are powerful, in sacrifice you are powerful, or in self-control you are powerful. None of these. He says, Tulsidas in Ramcharitmanas, he tells, Ramcharitmanas, no? I thought I will do these spiritual practices and went to Jnanis. And I wanted to practice Jnana Yoga. Then the way in which I went, they started laughing at me. Oh, what is this? With all this, you are thinking you are Brahman and all this. You have no place here. He comes back. Then he goes to Bhaktas, thinking that Bhakti Yoga will suit him. Then he goes and by the time he utters the name of God, they start weeping. And they are in ecstatic state. Then he anything does, he doesn't get tears at all. Then he leaves that place. Oh, this Bhakti Yoga is not for him. So he goes to do, let me do Karma Yoga, I am strong in bodily. Then he goes and sees people are doing such a huge works. So hundreds of wells they are digging, hospitals they are building, so many educational institutions they are building. Oh, I don't have anything, I cannot do anything. From there he returns. Then he will go to Raj Yoga people. They are sitting, any amount of his calling, making pranams, they are not at all opening their eyes. Then he comes back finally and then thinks, what shall I do? I am unfit everywhere. Then finally he says, I made a path of myself of humility, extreme humility. My ego is not there, and surrender to God. I cannot love God, let me at least surrender to God, because I don't have anything. That in Hindi it is called Dina Patha, becoming Din Ghat. So he makes a path, his own path to God, in which extreme humility. Only humility, nothing. I am not there, I am not there, you are alone there. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.